Yeah, there's a lot of
Aaron,
people.
I will bet you're just as excited about the rewards for these quest lines as I was.
Hmm.
Because bureaucrats get screwed.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't remember there being a decent reward for this.
No, some people get some really great ones. Some people get, ass.
Trader
I
wasn't
get,
too impressive.
I
Trader
get
gets some good stuff, and T gets some good stuff. Meta gets good stuff.
Doc gets some new
Docs
dots.
get great stuff.
Yep.
Don't the traders get the good stuff on the next step after this? Like the
Actually,
next
both of them
level
are
up?
good. Like, one is the enemy of my enemy, and the other one I think is their low tier Grand Theft community. I think. I can always check, that's what the laptop's for.
It just seemed like it was more PvP type nano.
Oh no, that's Fixer. That's totally Fixers. Like, both of their nanos were PvP.
Oh yeah, I do remember reading that. Like, takes a nano out of someone's pool that's 15 NCU or less, which is a joke.
And it eats up NCU as well. Let's see. For traders.
Okay, why are we doing this tonight, Twitch?
Yep. For traders, Job's scientist was minor nanobot defense.
Mm-hmm. Alright, just making the announcements down live streaming.
Yep. And knowledge of the Yuttos gives the enemy's enemy is my friend. So you get a defensive nano and a heal proc nano.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've done this on my trader, and I loved it.
This is the highest level trader I've had.
I don't have a shotgun trader.
Yeah, I was talking to him about your trader last night.
You mean my trader who actually gets mistaken for a fixer?
Because you went ranged energy?
Because I'm dual wielding ranged energy. People actually come up to me and ask for GSF and hot.
Not always as it seems.
Wahahaha! All the streams! There we go. Sweet. Now I was able to do that without moving my mouse at all. Alright, are we ready for introductions?
I think so.
My stream doesn't want to show up, but I can at least look at the chat. So I'm good.
Alright, so are we actually inviting Aslan to the team then?
No.
No, because other people would not get experience.
Yeah, nobody gets XP. The only time you're inviting me to team is in the catacombs.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Because that's a keep our ass alive moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the reason I'm bringing 220 support, first of all, Crocea is already up to the catacombs.
And that just means that
pushed her head a little.
That just means that Ed needs to poke me at some point and say, "Hey, run me through the catacombs." So.
Yeah. And
I got a 201 fixer that can help.
Well, we can run your trader through the catacombs too if we get there. That's no problem.
No, it's basically at this point, you usually just need one high B to go in to kill stuff for the low B, because the monsters in there are freaking hard.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
And, looting visions and shit. I'm trying to make tier armor for my doctor.
All right, so...
Hey, I want to social the tier 3 shit.
All right, anyway, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started here. All right, hello everybody. My name is Aaron Romeo Moonbrook, and I'm here with Mad Matt Winchill.
Hi.
Ed Junivian Dunkel.
Hello.
Randy Ranson McCulloch.
I'm still sick.
And John, a.k.a. Arsomang.
Hello.
And Barry. Kazak Goldberg.
Hey.
We have a huge team today. We have almost a full team. It's
Yes,
pretty
we
awesome.
do.
All right.
Well, you would if I was still on Crocea, but
yeah.
For anyone who watches this on YouTube or wherever it gets posted, I'm playing 220 support today solely for the fact that like we're going to get to one of the harder parts of the quest. The middle of the quest we're going to start is insanely hard if you do it at level. So higher level support is useful.
I'm almost tempted to have you go back to Cursea, because we have almost a full team here. If you were on, we would have a full team.
Would you like me to?
The mentality of the catacomb is to go in at a full team. So I'm tempted. Just keep yourself available if we try and we die.
Okay. I will flop.
I'm thinking it's worth it.
All right, let's try this.
All right, let's do this thing. Swap into a lower level tune.
Well,
won't have to be babysat.
Who is actually twinked? Like, I'm not at the weapon I wanted to use, you know. But you know,
still better than what some of us got.
Yeah, I'm fairly decent for 150. My armor is good. I haven't tried to twink on, you know, the Grace or Hope, but
oh, you're not getting those on for a while, Rand. Trust me.
Yeah.
I just got those on my 190 some dock.
I was trying to get on just the low one, and I'm like, okay, I would need to sit down for like 3 days and math out the implant path to put them on, because I'd have to ladder my way up to 250 implant.
Yeah.
I might be able to get a couple better things on, but still level 118. It's not worth it yet.
All right, who wants to read the Yutto quest? Matt?
Am I the voice guy again?
Yes, because
You're always the voice guy. I can't get the dialogue.
I can read it.
But can you do the voice, though?
What voice?
I do see Barry as kind of a Yutto in real life.
I don't know, Barry. Can you do something like this?
Oh, right. I got
really? Like that?
Yeah, we imagine kind of the Yuttos sound like they're a member of the Lollipop Guild.
Well, if you listen to the weird voice that comes out of it, if you could add a metallic ting to it, it would actually be perfect, but we don't exactly have mixers on our computers right now.
Okay, Matt, take it away.
Oh, I'm so happy to meet you. I am blessed with so many humans who want to preserve.
Can't hold that.
Yes, it makes Utokra heart beat faster, even skip a beat, to know that you want to learn and remember. Remember? Yeah, I want to learn. Yes, they were in no doubt of your kind would care to know, but I said that if trust is placed on the smallest of seeds, it will eventually grow into a big tree. Tell me, traveler, what is your name? I'm Keep Caliber. So, Keep Caliber, you have come to learn of the Zan? Yes, I want to learn more of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We always want to learn more about the Zan.
Are you sure about that?
Technically, we're here to enlighten our knowledge of the Zan, but really, we're just here to get stuff. But to do that, we have to learn about the Zan.
You make me so happy. Oh no. Yes. Today is a bright day, a day of knowledge. I only ask a small favor from you to show me you really are interested, not just pretending. This is good for the road to your
cognition.
Cognition. Sure. What can I do for you? Some say that to preserve the future, you must learn of the past. We, Krana, have decided that it is time for you young ones to learn. But with the traffic you provide to these parts of Seoul, herders have taken an interest. Underneath this cliff, different creatures are waiting to make their dinner of you humans. I would like you to help thin them out a little. After you've done, come back to me and I will reward you and tell you my story. Goodbye.
So now we got to hunt ourselves some predators.
Valorish, Gularash.
He
Sounds more like
represents the
Zy-
Lollipop Guild.
What was that, John?
So
I think he sounds more like Zyberg. Futurama.
well, Matt can do that one too.
Down here by Zollberg,
We've got many Yuttos to go to. Another one will sound like Zoidberg.
Eventually, yes.
This one
That is
apparently
definitely one with developing words.
okay. There you go. So that'll be our Zoidberg. This one though is a little hyper, so he sounds more like a member of the Lollipop Guild.
He is a little more energetic than most of the Yuttos. Usually they're a little more laid back, from what I recall.
So we gotta hunt ourselves some Valorash. And look, we got a whole field of little bastards.
This place is
You got an
lousy.
aggression.
Just lousy with them. Look at them all. They're popping up like rabbits. Oh, look, we already got 4 of them.
I forgot to
Damn,
cast my
come
baton.
Well, you can cast it now. It's not like we're in a huge, nervous spot right now. We can handle these guys pretty easily.
Yeah. And is that the thing that helps me get what's in my pool?
I just cast that on you, Barry, because I know you need
Okay,
it.
good. Thanks.
Actually, the amount that you get from the actual casting is only a small percentage compared to the one that you get just from hanging around to her.
Okay.
Excuse me. The one you get from her buff's only like 50%. The one that you get from her
It tiers
aura.
up, but, you know,
What's that?
it tiers up per level, but you only ever need level 1.
Yeah.
Because the aura is like 280%.
Yeah, 200.
Nice.
So, we've gotten the Valorash done, so we're gonna continue to kill our way through this field to get over to the Bluerashes.
Kill all of them. Wipe them all out.
I'm gonna break your spine and make you humble.
Okay, that tool is in the wrong bar.
And here we go. We represent the Bluerash field. And, oh yeah, that's right. They're gray to me, so...
Oh, we got more coming towards us.
That's
You took
okay.
off. Yeah. Make quick work of it.
Well, Aaron, for the first time in a while, you have an enforcer with you.
Yay!
My keeper is always here. Wow, they're great to me even.
Yeah,
this one
so
found
people...
somebody.
Yeah, but they're not great. They're not great at the trader and the MP.
So I'm gonna let them do most of the work here, because they would run like a little bitch for me.
Oh, this one's green. You're a big one, aren't you?
So, I have to ask, is Visit able to cast a 131?
Yes.
Okay. Should we make it to the catacombs? I'm going to need to be super nano buffed first. For a moment.
Got some extra goodies to put on.
Actually,
Well, I also-
picked up that wrangle today.
Yeah, I also
All
hope
right.
the hell that Barry's able to cast the Mokums that I need. I swear I gave him all of them.
Which one do you need?
I would need, let me load the old nano program here, Matter Creation and Biomet.
What's your character? Corsaia?
Yeah.
Not right now, Barry. Do you have
Actually, he can
the
hit me
Mokum-
now, it's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
I've got NCU available.
Here. There's Biomet, and there's Matter Creation. Let me just try casting these.
I saw you start and then walk.
Yeah, because I'm following. My bad. Matter Creation. And Biomet. There you go, I can cast them.
That's good.
I just need to plunder and ransack up to be able to do the 131 still.
Do you have about a 100?
What do you mean?
Not you, Barry.
Oh.
John. Or Visin. I'll get your name eventually.
I'm
I'm
so
bad with
my-
names.
My team does a 132. Oh wait. No.
Well, do you have about a 100? Like the 100-ish?
trying to remember who Hirakawa was. I know I invited them to the chat.
Anyway, we should be heading back to.
No, I don't.
70?
We're sitting in the field, guys. We
game,
really
to
need
the
to be
game.
moving.
Yeah. Can we look at the program listings
I'll just
when
give
in
you
an
the
area of
131.
safety?
Well, go. Oh. Yeah, I'm sitting here doing this, then I'm not reading the nano. I don't know Spec 3.
Yeah, and you won't get Spec 3 till 8.0.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've looked at this nano a million times, and it's always just glazed over it. And to note that would be the 1000 matter creation biomet enforcer buff that gives me like 8,000 hit points.
Ah.
Wow, Ryan, you sound like you're like right up against your microphone right now.
I'm not.
Like it's getting almost so loud it's starting to crackle a little in my ear.
Yeah, I just need to roll all the different wrangles. I haven't had a chance to.
Okay. Like, it's no big deal, because, you know, I'm not going to go out and... I'm not getting Spec 3 for a while.
Any better?
Yep.
We'll have to wait until you get loud again.
You could hire Ran
But
as your
it's
blitzing
fine so
bitch.
far.
That's what Krister does.
Yeah, but Rand's blitzing is paying for everyone but me to get shit from Krister, so, you know. Though at the way it's going, I think he might be looking at running some Inferno keys.
Oh. Unfortunately, he doesn't run the Inferno key I need.
Yeah, you need redeemed, not unredeemed.
So
Yep.
anyway, clear thought 3. Oh, I'm so happy to meet you. I'm blessed with so many humans who want to preserve. I have cleared out some of the creatures. Thank you. More people will be safe traveling in Shoal now because of you. As I promised, I will tell you the origin of the Zan now. But it is virtually impossible for the human mind to comprehend the vast amount of time that has passed since the Zan's humble beginnings. Long before the plane of the Shadowlands existed, what is like a blink in history may in reality be several 100,000 years ago or longer. I think I get it. Legend says that when the life was first created, it didn't appear in an already existing world. The world was created from the power of life and from the source itself. In the beginning, the universe only had one world where life existed, and it was known as Rubikai. It was an exalted world, an abundant world. There was no death, no crossing any barrier like today. Matter could be transferred into energy and vice versa, but the force of life given from the source was ever present and almost everlasting. From this, the Zan emerged, developed, and rose into the throne of absolute superiority. How? Where did they come from? Surely there are many myths and legends and stories about how it all happened, but no one knows for sure. I am telling you how we think it all connects. We came from life itself, as so many other living beings. They were born into existence from the source. The world was home to a massive amount of flora and fauna. A large amount of orgasm. Wow.
Wow!
A large amount of organisms.
Matt, the gutter is over there. Get your mind out of it.
I'm sorry. I'm only reading what I'm reading as fast as I can go here.
Yeah, I've heard of Freudian slips. That was an entire Freudian tutu right there.
A large amount of organisms dwelt here, and only here. It was a paradise. The most extraordinary of them was life from that which would become the Zan. Their intelligence and their ability to feed on and make use of the source, which they didn't know about yet. boasted their evolutionary rate beyond any other creature in the world. What happened to them? Patience, and you will learn what happened soon enough. This is the story of the beginning. There are many stories that follow, but this is the first. You must learn to crawl before you take giant leaps. The ancient ones lived in several smaller groups spread all over the area. We Utakra always research what has been stolen. We always research what has been lost, and we call what you know as Nascence the birthplace of the Zon. You must remember, young one, the world didn't look at anything like what you see here today. There were no splendid areas like
Separated
these
areas.
There are no separate areas like is today, like the exuberant Elysium and the Torn Shoal, for instance. These were names that didn't exist, but I will use them as a reference so you can understand. Okay, go on. These groups were plentiful while the ancient ones were still young and forming, though time and ratification of territory, several emerged and became larger communities. So they lived in tribes or something? Yes, perhaps you could call it that. Tribal, although they were never simple, the old ones, not even before they became the Zan, even in the dawn of the ancient undisturbed life, never primitive, just raw. What made them so special? That, young one, is a story you should hear not from me. I've told you at the beginning, it's all part of the Zan's history, but I cannot tell you of everything. You have to unveil the history a little at a time to give yourself time to understand. So what do you want me to do? You should seek out and find another of my kind. He is called one with developing words. Oh boy. We should not be too far from he should not be too far from here. Last I spoke with him, he said he was looking for a swamp. Good luck, young one. May your journey through Shoal open your mind, and perhaps you will. No, never mind. You'll find what you find, and it will be in your power to do what you think is right with the knowledge. Bye.
All right, so that's step 1 done. Now we move on to one with developing words.
Matt?
Who is by
That
the Temple Bog.
Yeah, Matt, before you start running, accept this trade. Fill that HUD slot you have empty.
What are you giving him?
The evade and hit point alien aug device.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. I made an extra dent in my hit points.
It's 500 hit points, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I took a small dent taking it off for you, but I got a spare.
They're not that expensive either.
I just noticed I'm 3/4 of the way to leveling. Yay!
No, that's what these quests do. They give you
These are amazing
huge
XP.
chunks of XP.
Like, my soldier went from about 152 to 159 just doing Job Scientists.
Hmm.
Well, I think I went from like 138 or something, or 136 to 141.
Well, you know, Job Scientist is also a fucking huge quest line.
Yes.
Wow, he's a big Yoda.
This one, not so much.
Oh, everyone already ran off.
Sure. Answer text. I put myself on follow, and the only one that doesn't
The
move.
voice is deep, grinding, and slow. Is this a Zoidberg one?
Yes.
Yes,
And we're
this
waiting
is the
for
one that
Matt.
mentioned that's going to be Zoidberg. Yeah, I was equipping stuff and then trying to re-nano a little bit, and apparently some people have been ninja nanoing me because I can't even put all my abilities on anymore.
Yeah, when we're in a team, we trade buffs. And
Yeah.
I mentioned we had to upgrade your NCU, and we didn't do it, so...
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that
you were
reminds
mentioning
me,
that
Dave.
with my martial arts, which I have actually added some new stuff to work now.
Well,
Yeah.
we need to do it with your keeper too.
Here, Barry, have a map so you can actually see where people are going.
Because
Oh, can you give me a map too, please?
Thanks.
Yeah, the
Matt,
map.
like,
Yeah, here.
if I'm throwing buffs on you, Matt, it's almost 100 NCU for the 2 I would use.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt can have a map.
And of course, if Head's throwing buffs on you, they're going to be giving you, hit points.
There.
Well, one's hit points and one's a 40-point strength buff.
Ah.
You'll have a
Matt wouldn't want that because that one will conflict with his own strength stamina buff line.
Oh, right. Always forget that.
Well, I know that because prestigious strength conflicts with Iron Circle, and Iron Circle conflicts with his strength stamina buff line.
Yeah, I haven't logged my keeper in a while.
So many buffs. Ready.
You have a look of one who has spoken with the clear thought 3. What look? The look of someone who is curious. We see it often in your people. You either come to us to learn or because you want something. Which one are you, young one?
I really want to learn more.
I'm intrigued. Keep moving my mouse and it keeps trying to make the window invisible. Good. It will be my pleasure to open your mind to the Zon. History. Maybe remember too, But it has to wait, young one. I want some other things of you to do first. Very important things. Maybe I could help. See the swamp over there? It's home and feeding bowl to critters. Normally we don't mind them, but they don't mind us. But recently the numbers have boomed, and it's threatening the balance of the ecosystem. They need to be reduced. 10 should be enough. I'll get right on it. Thank you, young one. I'll be waiting here.
Totally how I expect him to sound.
All right, let's go.
What the
kill us.
like, are you watching Moulin Douche again? It's my favorite DVD. It's my only DVD.
All right.
Now,
And-
these girders are going to be gray to
Most
me
of
and
us.
Rad.
So I'm just gonna sit back and watch hit points.
Oh, hi. You seem to know somebody. I'm not sure who, but I'm gonna hit you anyways.
If they're gray, Matt, don't hit them, because they'll
No.
run like this.
That was me.
I can pull them one at a time.
Okay.
Yay.
Barry's pets just ran off to do a thing.
Yeah, I tab targeted one and told him to attack.
Toasty.
Okay, I can't even do that. Gotcha.
And that one.
Pot over. There you go.
Yeah, if you get the aggression enhancer, you can pull single mobs from all the way across the map.
Oh, this one's green.
Hey.
It's all dead.
And it's dead.
Well, that's half of them dead.
Mm-hmm.
This is always the annoying part for ranged characters do this when they're all gray.
There's more up ahead.
Are there?
Are there
Oh, yeah,
we need
there's-
mossy ones?
Yeah, watch out for the Dynas.
Yeah, because there are bosses in here.
Yeah, that's why I'm pulling with the aggression
In
enhancer.
fact, that's the thing, though. The bosses aren't that bad.
Ah, found one.
Wow, there's a big boss there.
Yeah.
I figured I'd come over here and kick its ass. 'Cause
Loot
I
a
can.
pattern if he drops it. Not that it probably will, but patterns off these guys are rare.
Fog
Nope.
Eater.
Patterns off these guys are rare, and the symbionts on them cost a fortune because the patterns are rare.
Like, patterns in Shoal are rare.
Ding.
Depends on which mob.
True.
Eremite patterns are fucking common. Croaker patterns are fairly common, and that's it.
Oh, you guys are done?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mission done.
Yeah.
Oh, go turn it in. I'm gonna kill the other Dianas while you talk to the guy.
Up here on the rock, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up west on the rock, I think.
Yeah. I was gonna say, remember, like, I'm two parts ahead of you now. Not that this is a very long quest line. It's just got us challenging bits.
Yeah, I have to say this quest is much more localized so far.
There's some, like, it does get challenging. There are some parts where
Well, I'm not saying that it doesn't get challenging.
It's
I'm
not
just saying that
taking
the
you
stuff
all
is
over
actually-
hell in creation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not making us fucking yo-yos for 20 minutes at a time.
There
You're back, young one.
are some portions of this which will get FedExy, but it's a little later on.
yeah.
But it's not repetitively FedExy like the other quest line.
You are back, young one. I'm back from the bog. Good job. I have to find a way to keep the production rate on check. You'll have to. So, you're here to learn about the Zon. I mean, just that. You're here to learn how the Zon became just that. Settle down, then. Listen to the story. This is gonna take a while.
It's a Yudo. They always take a while.
No, the scientists have been worse so far. I can handle some of the Yudo dialogue, although they do use words I stumble on all the time. You have already learned the ancient civilization began. Several small communities spread out in a small area. They were usually no more than a tiny little village area with few spread out dwellings nearby. You can still see the remains of it if you look around. How many were they? We don't know. No one knows. We can guess, but there are no set answers. From what the researchers in Job have found, and from what the Ergo has found in the salvage backup database, they were few, at least to begin with. Much fewer than what there are people in Rubicon now. So they were all called Zon, like the name of their species. I see you're eager. That's good. No, Zon was a name they chose for themselves. Their kind, just like all of your kind, are called humans. Even if you look different, you may all be as small, agile upflexes, the versatile solstice, the intelligent animators, or the strong Atrox. But you are all still humans. We, Yukra, find you very interesting. So, where was I? Oh, yes! All the small communities all had their own secure and structure and identity. I was going to say, that doesn't sound right. They would soon emerge and grow larger. They would send their people out into the trade and communicate with other large hubs. Were they in war? It's difficult to know. Some signs point to the all-encompassing peace the Zon lived in during their later ages. Some say there were lesser disputes in these early days. There are so many reasons why people fight and argue. Wars fought over countless reasons. Hardly any of them good. Your kind comes from a bloody history. What are you saying? Nothing, young one. You will know yourself one day. Where was I? Oh, yes! Finally, they were, for the most part, gathered under one, as one society, one people, one power, to rule them all. They named themselves Zon, and it was from this point that their lives in lived their lives in total harmony and satisfaction ruled. They were the manipulators. Manipulators? Like I should ask. Yes! That's one name for them, but that is a history you should hear from another. I must get back to cataloging life forms in the bog. Find the one called Shouting
Panorama.
Panorama.
Scouting panorama.
Scouting Panorama. He may be able to give you some understanding. He has a fascination for rocks. He tries to eat them. If I remember correctly, and last time I saw him, he was a little bit to the northwest of here. Good luck on your journey towards insight, young one.
It sounded almost like Plinkett there when you said he tries to eat them.
Tries to eat them.
Would you like a pizza
I'll be
roll?
down here.
And of course, this means that we have to go to Scouting Panorama.
Actually, my keep voice is almost a Plinkett voice. Almost. I would have to go a little bit deeper still, and then it would be a Plinkett.
Oh yeah, he's up on this freaking rock. Ah.
Speaking of which, I've also been watching a lot of Red Letter Media, Best of the Worst again. Okay, yeah, this is an interesting jumping puzzle. Up here. There we go.
So this is the guy right before the ones that send us into the catacombs.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're literally one Yutto behind me
At the moment.
at the moment.
Yuto.
And we got about at least a half hour of stream left, so...
Still not sure we're gonna make it to the catacombs tonight, but we'll see.
Don't you just love it when people talk when I'm trying to talk?
Happens all the time.
Love what? The view, of course. Yes, indeed, such beautiful panorama. Yuttos by the blog told me to find you. Another sent you to me? What? Who would that be?
Of course, it was one with developing words.
Words. Yep. Ah, yes, he's a friend. For what reason did he send you to me? He said that you could tell me why the Zon were called manipulators. So you want to learn of the Zon, do you? I have to admit, I was doubtful the stories of your kind was right. All right, I could tell you what I know of their incredible ability to create life, but let me guess, you want me to do something first?
I wouldn't exactly have called that deep, but too late. You already chose the voice.
Yeah, that's about as deep as you can get with that voice. Since you offer your help so willingly, I will accept it, young one. I can surely use some assistance. Do you know what this is?
Nope, but tell me more.
Tell me more, tell me more. No, of course you don't. How silly you be. This is a prototype tissue. Okay. A marvel of technology. You blow your nose with it. A what?
Oh God,
A
There you go.
typographic interface or specification unit. It's used to input geographic changes, measurement, and analysis uh, of precision surfaces and transmitted wavefront. These instruments use interface phenomena between a reference wave and the. God, this is just wordy. And
You would fail doing Doctor Who technobabble.
yup.
well, that's what I get for also trying to do voices. A reference wave and an experimental wave for between two pots of experimental wave to determine the wave this, wave that, wavy.
Wavelengths and wave velocity.
Measure the waves of your waves. Measure very small distances and thicknesses and calculate
Indices.
Indices, or yeah, it's
Indices.
basically it's a plural of index.
indices of refraction. Fascinating.
You know, you'd expect this particular bit of technobabble to come from the Job Scientist line.
Yeah, this is like extremely wordy. And really hard to do when you're trying to do voices, which force you to have a pudding face. Which is why I'm glad I don't have a webcam for this stuff.
And which is why I wish you did.
You just see me with frowny faces with my lips drooping down. Just absolutely look at the landscape here and show, young one. Have you ever seen something as beautiful? When I talk out of the corner of my mouth. You see, I'm a cartographer. I make maps that your crocodile use to chart and the changes in the geography here. With all the things happening to the Shadowlands, this is a never-ending job. It's starting to sound more like Droopy. Right now, I'm looking to update the coordinates and growing altitude of the 3 paws. Will you help me with that? Sure, what should I do? Very good. Here's what I want you to do. The paws are the 3 largest protruding cliffs in that part of the shoal. I need you to go scout the 3 tops in a specific order. I entrust you to scan the altitude plates on each of the devices, then extract a report from it. First you go to the western one, then the eastern one, then the northern one. The tissue will update your locations. Once it's registered, you've been there, and send me the details. But take the reports too. Return to me when you're done.
I just heard, oh damn it, Funcom. What's going on?
Yeah.
They randomize to each person the order in which you have to go.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Oh.
When he read the directions and they did not match my directions, I realized I remembered reading that they do this at random every time. For instance, I have to go to eastern, northern, and western. So basically east to west down the line. Matt read a different order set.
I went west, east, north, and you went east, west, north.
No, I went east, north.
Well,
I'm west, east, Randy's east, west.
Mine starts with west. I don't know how to tell the second stuff.
Find the western cliff. Apparently.
So I'm apparently the odd duck out.
At the moment.
well, Brightside ran. If a minx pops on you, you can take it out.
Yeah.
That leaves me going with everybody else for minx duty.
Minxes.
So we're looking at western for the majority of everyone?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it says.
I got the
Okay.
western.
So the western altitude plate is over by Dr. Hestia.
Woohoo! I think we've
Yeah,
actually...
Actually, just south of Dr. Hestia,
Actually,
on top of that hill.
Yeah, it's on top of the big old hill you can see from here if you look west.
I think Matt and I have actually fought the minxes here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have.
These
The
are
thing on
mixed
top of it.
bosses
Yeah.
Yeah, these are bosses.
on
Yeah,
top
we've
of the
gone
hill.
up there and punched the boss in the face and
Yep.
it took its number.
Yep. So let's go this way.
We served it a piping hot plate of pain already, and we'll do it again.
And
That's
if you
better.
look to the south, those are the idiots we'll be going to next.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yep. Well, one who is
And-
the same and one who is different.
And who we get is, I think, based on what level you are.
Yes.
So I think Ed and I will be getting a different quest than the rest of you.
One of these guys just decided to try and track me.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like also Erin's trying to hold them as much as she can while we
I am?
keep running. Somebody was.
Definitely not me.
Not me. I think my pet might be fighting him.
Uh,
I saw one of them get wrangled.
Here.
Hi there, Spider.
Alright. Calmed one.
Aaron's buzzing stuff, Matt. Stop punching.
Okay, well that's done.
I was punching because he's already dead anyway.
Okay.
You are already dead.
Well, I guess that spider needs to get good.
Get good. Get home.
Right. Turn off burning rage. Means I'm running way faster than you guys. I don't get to be on fire anymore. Boo.
Aw. No more fiery
I'm
Ed.
on fire!
Well, consider the only reason I want the top tier rage I can get is for the run speed buff. Because rages are actually really bad for me to use in higher level boss fights.
Do not forget, by the way, that you need to right click on that plate to get the altitude, to get the report before
Yeah,
you
there's
guys
a
run
thingy
off
up
to the
there.
next one.
Actually, yeah, didn't we see thingy up there
Yep,
and we kind of went, I
We
don't
were
know
like,
what this
what
is
the
for,
heck
maybe
is
we
this
come up
for?
for a
Yeah.
quest.
Yeah, we've been up here.
Yep.
We've totally been up here. Matt and I did some exploring before and we found it.
Well, Shoal is a lovely place to explore. I love this area of Shoal, just for running around.
I love it, but at the same time, you eventually grow weary of it.
Yeah.
Hello,
And
corroded
by the
thing.
time you're done with these quests, you just want to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I got lucky there.
Hey, tentacle lady.
I jumped onto a rock and I saw through it to the ground underneath, and I somehow was able to keep running up it.
Oh, that's because
yeah,
you're just flipping
Yeah.
through
that
a rock that's not solid.
doesn't have a
Collision.
that rock doesn't have collision. So basically, it's just not there.
So where's it? It was somewhere.
Right
It's over
here.
here, Matt.
Oh, there it is.
This
Alright,
takes a while.
so- yes, it does. Here's something I've noticed. If you don't get a quest update, like you get the sheet, but you don't get a quest update,
Mm-hmm.
try shift, like picking up the thing he gave you, and shift clicking it onto the item, onto the little thing itself.
Yeah, that's what I have to do.
Because you right click it and that gives you the report.
There we go.
Yeah, so I have to shift click it.
Find
Yep,
the
and then
Eastern
shift-
Cliff. Okay.
Eastern.
Yep,
Oh, you
Eastern.
gotta go west,
Left
east,
it.
and north.
And then I left click or right click it.
Right click it to get to the initial little sheet thing, then you click on the purple item that should be in your inventory, then shift right click on it
Right
with
click.
the item on your mouse.
Wait.
So first, Barry, you right click on the control thing here.
Yeah,
I
and you
did.
sit there a while and you did that. So now you got the purple thing that's in your inventory. Left click
Yeah.
on that so that's on your mouse.
All right.
Then hold your mouse over the black thing and it should give you a eyeball with a left click and a gear for a right click while you're holding shift with it on your mouse. You want to right click. Your
Oh.
option.
There you go. Now your quest should be updated.
Okay, who else going east?
I'm going east.
I'm going east.
Everybody
Because
going
it
east?
sounded
Where's
like you
Barry
all
going?
had, it sounded like you all had the order but me.
Maybe
I'm
because
going
you're
east.
higher level?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's part of how the shuffle arranged itself.
Because, like,
That
how
could
high
very
level is
possibly be
Ed?
it.
I'm 150.
Huh.
Ah,
Yeah,
he's the
I
same
had
level as
I had
Randy
Randy's
got.
order.
Oh, you
I
did
was
have Randy's
150.
order. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm wondering if it's a title level 5 thing.
It might be.
Yeah, it might be by a tile level or a certain number of levels. Hi, Ran.
Hi guys. I'm
I
going.
think over there is dead. Don't worry about it.
Bread
Okay,
and butter.
the one on the north is dead,
Don't worry
and the
about it.
one on the east wasn't spawned. So
All right. Well, it might be there when we get there.
The east one's this one, right?
Yep. We are going to the east, so just keep following me.
Oh no, this must be the north one then. Okay, that one must be the east one.
Yep.
Gotcha.
The middle one's the north one.
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
remember they're called the paws. So think of the toes of a cat or a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, little
This
speaker
one could be a
mouth.
little annoying to get up to, though.
I
You'll
don't know
say
why
that
they would
now.
call it paws then, because it's essentially the toes of a paw, so it would be just the paw. But whatever.
Unless you're, I don't know, three-legged dog?
I don't see any three-legged dogs even in this game, so
Maybe
I'm even
tripod.
more confused.
Name him Tripod.
Tripod! Tripod!
Whoa, too much info.
Missing one ear, missing one leg, missing his tail. His name is Lucky.
Because he's alive.
Yeah, it's coming? Okay, cool.
We
Wee.
And I was just stopping so that you guys could,
make sure everyone got up the jump puzzle.
yeah, make sure you guys got up the jumping line.
There's still nothing up here, but we should be able to find that black device pretty easily. It should be
I'm standing
right
by.
there.
All right,
Hey.
I've got my 3 reports.
Matt, that lake down there is made of diamonds. Actually, hexes or something like that. See that?
Hmm.
Well, there is a quest mob over there.
Big
Sorry.
black thing there in the water there. Alright, got that. You left click, shift, right click.
Yeah, the other, in my
And
opinion,
north.
Northern Cliff.
annoying part of this quest is the quest mob down there.
Quest mob where?
Oh, there's a quest mob down by that lake.
Mm-hmm.
We-
He is, in my opinion, one of the most annoying parts of the quest because it revolves around you summoning a boss for one of the sided factions. So if you don't have enough insigs, you gotta go farm them, and it can just be annoying. I think I have enough insigs of both sides in a bag somewhere. Because I went and did both of my Sank keys. And
Yeah,
actually-
we haven't done Sank yet. We're gonna do it after this quest line, as kind of the closer.
yeah,
Sank
actually,
is like the least important part of Shoal.
Redeemed is actually the hardest one.
Really,
Because that's the one you have to summon Unredeemed Roche.
you don't
And-
have to summon.
Nope,
On the,
you do not have to summon Redeemed Vanya.
nice.
I mean, Redeemed Orkra. You have
I'll
to...
have to get caught up and get the regular garden keys.
Oh yeah.
That's...
We give you patterns and stuff. You can go back and review the quest. It's pretty freaking easy.
Yeah, let me go
Alrighty,
back
I'm already
and...
up here.
Yeah, when we're done, I can switch to a few tunes and see what I got for spares.
Where are you guys?
I'm
We're
back
coming.
at Scouting Panorama.
I'm alright at the top of the northern one here. There you guys are. You guys went kind of a bit south, I think.
Yeah, I have a habit of going south when I do this one. I always give myself enough room to run up to it. So when I lead people, I always go south and then come straight up at it.
And by the way, it looks like I was right. Because we are approaching 10 minutes to 11.
Yeah.
We've been streaming for about. I've been streaming for about 54 minutes.
Yeah, we've been kind of a little bit slow in the getting ready part.
Yeah, well, it doesn't
the
help.
getting ready part.
It doesn't help that I'm sick at the moment. So me setting up involves picking up stuff, moving it, sitting up, sitting down, trying to get my breath back because I'm wheezing at that point. Getting up, going to get the TV tray, coming back into the bedroom, setting it up, sitting down, trying to breathe again.
All right, did everyone get this one?
Panorama.
Yep. Got
Does everyone have return to Scouting Panorama? I'm talking to you, Barry.
Yeah, I selected it, right-clicked, then selected it again, shift right-clicked.
And does your mission say return to Scouting Panorama?
Yes.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay.
And you've got 3 reports in your inventory. Looks like 3 CDs in a case, kind of. If CDs were white.
All I heard from Barry is an
Yep, that's what I heard too.
I'm
Alright.
looking, and I'm not finding that.
It says
Notable
altitude
or-
reports when you hover over them.
Uh,
Should have 3 of those.
So, the warning. I said when we started this that you needed to right-click on all those devices to
I
get
did.
the reports.
I did.
Is your
Yeah,
inventory full?
you got the slow bar. Yeah, Barry, are you looking in your main inventory?
Yes.
Are you looking at the bottom? How organized is your inventory?
Let me actually organize it.
Auto arrange by name. They should be at the top of your inventory then.
Yeah, by name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be an A,
depending on-
so because they're altitude reports, so they should be near the top.
That's not a recharger. Canister of liquid notum.
Nope.
That's a C. It'd be before that.
And it's not in my inventory.
Oh, God damn it, Barry.
Said, I right-clicked and then I shift right-clicked.
But you right-clicked, did you see the little item progress bar that shows up? And when you right-clicked, did you right-click on the plate on the ground, not the item in your
Yes.
inventory?
I right-clicked and shift right-clicked both times on the plate on the ground.
Did you see a little item progress bar in the upper left-hand corner?
Nope.
Barry, get back up here. Actually, yeah, he has to get all 3 of them anyways. Get over to this black thing, and now you're going to just right-click on it now. And notice the little thing that pops up in your top left.
Same type of bar you get when you're trying to put on like a belt or a weapon that takes a really long time to put on.
I don't see any of that.
Does
Oh,
he have
for
to go
God's
back?
sake.
Does he have to go back and get them all in order again?
No, because you should be able to do that straight up even outside the quest.
Oh, now it did. It was just a regular right-click. I right-clicked it on it before and it didn't do that.
No, maybe it was a
Barry, we
glitch or
told you to
something.
click it.
He is
Well,
right-clicking it. Maybe it just didn't
Altitude
work.
Report, which
You
is
gotta go to the
after
other 2,
test.
Barry.
Yep. Now you gotta go
I-
back to the
I-
other 2.
As soon as this one's done.
This game is so frustrating sometimes. When you do the same thing and it works differently. Okay.
So let's take him back to the other hill.
I'd like to point out, Barry, I've never had the problems you're having with this game.
Well, I do the same thing, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how. I don't know
Barry,
why.
what Windows operating system are you on?
10.
10. Okay.
I am on
that
10
shouldn't
too, and it
matter,
doesn't have
Aaron.
that
I've been-
effect.
I've done this quest 3 times on Windows 10. It
Hmm.
might
one
be
is
his
it?
mouse.
Is it
His
this
mouse,
one?
it might
Actually,
be that he has
yeah.
it on such an obscene resolution.
Barry, are you actually
That
using a
he's-
mouse
when
or are
he's
you
trying
using
to
a
click on it,
trackpad?
He's
I'm
using his
using
track.
a trackpad.
He's using his
Could be
trackpad.
it.
That's
That could be
probably
it.
half your reason it's not properly clicking.
I don't know. I've never tried to use a frickin' trackpad. I
I have.
always.
It would drive me
When I
crazy.
had this game installed on my old laptop, I tried playing it with the trackpad.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be that Barry wasn't looking for the progress bar because he, isn't used to looking for that progress bar.
Also, could be that he's been clicking his pets the entire time and not actually the little black box too by accident.
That is
No,
something that could happen.
I turn to make sure I can see the little gear with whatever.
Getting the progress bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we just have to go back to the east when he's done here.
So
Here you have inventory space for the item.
2, yeah, if I go to the bottom of my inventory, I have an entire row left.
Okay.
Yeah, he's playing room. The problem was not room. So okay, you got 2 of them. So we gotta go back over this way and get the 3rd one now.
That was the western one, right?
That was the western one. So you're getting the eastern one now.
All right.
You're getting them in almost reverse order.
So we actually
It
might not
doesn't-
get to the
Whatever, I'm getting
catacombs.
them.
I told you. I told you.
but you would listen to me. Oh no!
I knew between dragging Barry around to get stuff, and the wall crawl of text blurbs about the Zan,
And trying to read them all.
that we would probably get to the catacomb quests, but not have enough time left to do it.
Is it that big one in front of me?
Where are you, Barry?
Barry, just follow me.
Oh, sure.
I know exactly where I'm going.
There you guys are. Pardon me for a
I've
moment. I'm
turned
gonna
off
take
all
care
of
of
my
this.
run speed buffs so you can keep up.
Alright, Mez that one.
Kept countering me.
Sorry, I had to stop. I had a girder on me.
I
Okay,
can't
that didn't
get up
work.
to this guy.
That didn't work.
Alright, he's mezzed. There we go.
That didn't work.
This way.
I thought you were right behind me, Barry.
Yeah, I thought it was 2.
Oh, he's trying to get up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're right-clicking
you
them
can
at the
never
times,
jump,
it's not working.
You can't jump straight up onto that one. You always got to go up on the side.
Here you go, right up here.
Boing.
Hi, Info Hip! Long time no see! Wow. Yes, we're actually about ready to wrap up for tonight. We're just trying to get Barry through this last quest here.
And turn it in.
I thought I clicked it.
Would like to get through that quest, turn it in, talk to the next Yutto, and actually
There
pull
it
the
is.
catacombs quest, and actually start by going into the catacombs next time.
Okay, I got 3 of them.
Okay.
All right. So back to scouting panorama.
Yay.
Barry, don't sound so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Well, as I consistently say, Barry needs to play this game more.
The interface is not 100% reliable, or at least my interaction with it isn't reliable.
Which, again, I'm thinking is due to the fact that you're trying to use a trackpad.
Or it can
It usually works.
it can be that you may have to rearrange your window or rearrange your interface.
Sometimes you have to. Like, I
Oh,
know
wow.
you've all had a chance to see my interface.
I've
The way
rearranged
I have
mine.
everything listed.
Yeah, I've rearranged mine to look just like Ed's.
Shame on you, Ed. Shame on you.
Don't make me kick you awake, Doc. You're sleeping on the job.
So boring, just sitting here waiting.
Yeah. Keeps bumping into the corner, not wanting to actually jump over it.
There we go. Jeez.
How did it go? I found the 3 cliffs. Very good. I hope the troubles weren't too bad. Did you also remember to bring the reports?
I have actually done this quest and forgot to pick up the report, by the way. Kind of feel like a right ass.
We. Oh wow, I got like a whole bunch of stuff all at once here. Thank you for your effort. Surely I will have to. I will have an updated version of my maps and charts now.
Ding.
Thanks to you. Please accept this coat I have here. It's just lying around, and it's not really my style or size. Now then, you are ready to learn more about the Zon? Yes. Settle down then, and let me tell you about the Zon, how the Zon could direct energy and life. We believe that with the nature of this utopian world, the world only evolution could limit how good the Zon would become at manipulating their environments. You see, young one, as the most gifted beings of all, they were able to create new life from their own pools of energy, not only in a reproductive kind of way, but actually creating different life forms. How could they do that? Magic. I was just about to speak and then it changes again. They were nothing like my kind or your kind, young one. They were beings that broadened that bordered on the divine, given the power to utilize the source directly, even if they didn't know of its existence yet. They didn't have the same needs as we do, nor the same limits. By pooling the energy of their bodies and tapping from their vitality, they could form new living things. Exactly how they did it, no one knows, not even Ergo. So they made animals and plants as they wanted? Well, it is said that they could not control the result of the being young in the power still. It was random what type of life they would generate and where. Traces of their experimental period are still visible in this world today. Believe that it was a time-consuming and taxing process, but they were always learning to harness this extraordinary power in better ways. Is that how they reproduce too? Yes, that is what all records of Zon civilization say. Inevitably, they were able to create new Zon prodigy, clones of themselves through a union of the vitality and energy of two. I suppose you could call them adults fusing together to build a clone of themselves. How could they how could they know clone technology so early? Oh no, young one, this isn't technology, it was biology. You must open your mind to grasp the concept of another way to have children, nothing like the mess your kind makes when having young.
That line doesn't make sense. He's talking to an Aatrox?
Yeah.
I'm technically human. I can get back if I wanna.
You ain't got nothing down there but a package of cabbage, okay?
Yeah, but you can go to this nice little shop in Borealis and they sell this implant they call the tripod.
Oh god, yes, the tripod. Continue.
It became the only way the Zon could procreate, but it was a taxing method that would be monitored by their form of leadership to ensure the numbers wouldn't grow out of proportions. They would choose which families could produce offspring and when. It was a method that worked for the best of them all and was fully accepted. Only when it was time to expand and move further into the world, to new frontiers, their leaders granted them permission to greatly increase in number. That sounds restrictive. Perhaps it does to you and me. But the period in the Zan civilization was very peaceful. Everyone agreed on everything. They were content with what they had and the way things were. It was long before the time of greed and avarice, much like they were not able to create inorganic objects with this vitality splitting, however. Has been duly registered that their creation abilities were restricted to making other living things. Flora, fauna, and copies of themselves as such. There was a demand for those who could form objects from once living things, like engineers or artists. Engineers? Tell me more about them. I'm afraid I cannot, young one. I haven't studied the structure of their society a lot, and as I am sure you have been told before, this is something you will have to learn a little at a time. I know the twins have reserved the Zan tier, revised the Zan tiers. Maybe they can tell you more. They usually stick to the area west of here, both of them. You should talk to one who is like the other.
And I got one who is the same. So, again, I'm pretty sure that's a title level different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So let's see here. What all did I get here?
I got a new coat.
Everybody should have Anthem's Code of Information, which, by the way, is another example of power creep in this game, because if you look at it, it's kind of a mediocre coat, except for, you'll notice the very bottom thing it modifies is 3 points of comp lit. Now, you look at this now and you go, oh, 3 points of comp lit. Whoopee.
It's a stepper item.
But, you just look at what I linked in the in org chat.
At this point, if you're an Opifex, you can put the coat that Ed just linked in there on now. I mean, I have the 4.5 version of the Cloak of the Reanimated Healer on right now.
Yeah,
let's see here. I got a level
I plan
up.
on going into that cloak. It's the natural upgrade from my Veil of the Revoked. As I was talking to Krister about that, and possible upgrades for this character.
It's a little bit of farming to get the cloak.
Well, Reanimated Jester isn't what Aaron and Barry would wear.
No, they would both want Summoner.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Healer because I wanted the heal modification on it. And for Ed and for Matt, I would have said go for Cloak of the Reanimated Gladiator.
No. Gladiator is something we want to make, but it's not supposed to be our primary armor. Because it's very good for twinking, and that's really about it. Now, if you're a range profession, something that gets burst and full auto, then yes, you would wear
What's up with the items?
AO items might be down.
Oh, jeez.
If AO items is down, that means we can't use the exclamation point items key. Let me check here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
8.0
it's
items
still
has been kind of messed up for 2 weeks now.
Remember?
Oh, Ed wasn't
I haven't. I've gone there once.
It was last week.
I was able to get to it last night on a web browser, but it was very weird. All the CSS was gone, and I couldn't actually get any sub windows or anything. So it was it's pretty much worthless right now. I'm not sure what's up with it.
Well, luckily, Ono still works. It's not up to date, but it still works. I'm looking at Reanimated Summoner. And it's a give or take. I mean, for Aaron, yes. Reanimated Summoner would be the thing to go for.
Mm-hmm.
Because in addition to the nano skills, it gives you pistol, burst, and fling shot.
Okay.
For Barry, it comes down to what he wants for buffs. Because not a whole hell of a lot in Reanimated Summoner that helps Barry at the moment.
I don't know. I mean, I liked it when I was on my Metaphysicist. Because you got to remember that the 5.5 version also has a click buff on the code itself that buffs your pet.
Ah.
Randy,
Yeah?
how long will it take us to get to level 190?
Not long at all. Not long at all.
That's what that's what I have to think about when I'm going, which one is good. Like, yes, all the click buffs are amazing.
Well, Barry's already 122.
Barry has to make it another 68 levels?
He has
Yeah.
to start doing dailies every day.
Dailies every
And
day.
he only plays when we stream?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Which
you have
is
to
a
change
huge
that.
no-no.
You don't have a job, Barry. You can't be like, oh, I can only, play whenever we stream.
I know.
I
don't
mean,
have
You really gotta get better at this.
even
I
I
know.
find time to squeeze in a daily or two. Maybe
Every
not
now and
every
again,
day.
yeah. Or she finds the time to pressure me into doing it for her.
Yeah.
Well, also,
pretty much the only reason I don't. play that
By the
much
way,
is-
should we be closing our stream at this point?
Yeah, we should
Pretty
probably.
much.
We've just been kind of
We're
sitting
already 9
here.
minutes over.
Yeah.
we can
I
have
assume
this
my level
debate
up
after the
stuff while
stream
we're
is
talking,
over.
so.
Yep. While I'm sitting in the living room where I'm comfortable.
Yeah. All right, Matt, take us out.
Alright, so this has been our stream for tonight, folks. This is one of your hosts, Matt Winchell. With us again tonight has been Aaron Romeo Moonberg, Randy Ronson McCulloch, John on his Vision character, Barry on
Also,
his...
by the way, now a member of the Neo Independent Rubicons.
Oh yes,
Yay!
Vision is now part of the Rubicons now.
Yeah.
Barry on Dilicand, and Ed was also here. I don't see Ed at the moment.
He's
Oh,
right
he's
here
right next
Well,
to
I'm
me.
on your left. I'm on your right now. Yeah, I moved where I can actually be in the shot.
Yeah, you moved
Without
on me, and I
Barry's
was
pet
missing
away.
you. So hi, and
I would like to make a note
Ed Drew
that we just have a full team right now composed of entirely members of the Neo Independent Rubicons.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
This
We're
is
a
more
party.
membership, more active membership than I've seen in the Independent Rubicons since 2005.
We're more active than the original group.
Yeah, the even more interesting part, Rand, we're all different professions.
We're all different professions and we're all different people.
Yeah,
Nobody
Yeah.
here is multi-boxing.
like, the only
Oh,
thing
Bucky
I
Bucks.
kind of wish we had, I slightly wish we had a soldier.
Well,
Yeah.
I do have a Froob soldier.
Well, Matt, like
Be
a
up
lot
here,
of
Cody.
this is me thinking more for like closer to end game stuff. Reflect shields are really helpful when I'm tanking.
A soldier or an engineer, then.
Yeah, a soldier or an engineer. Because reflect shields, the less damage I tank is the less nano Randy has to spend when healing my happy ass.
Of course, by
I
end
just have
game,
troops
I
in.
should be sitting here with, freaking mountains of nano anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to make that comment that this is the first time we've run a full team of independent Rubicons.
Yay! Here's to not waiting 12 years to have it happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, we could do it again tomorrow night.
Yay!